Welcome to the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. Boy, the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Wolverines will kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes offense will start this game off. Stakes are always high in the game. Careers are made and lost because of it, and they'll have to manage their emotions, guys.
Some games in college football just mean more. When you think about Ohio State and Michigan, you think about not just Big Ten implications, national title implications, Heisman Trophy implications. Late in the year, David, this is just must-watch TV.
Must-watch TV. Two of the winningest programs in college football history. This game, I tell you what, recent years has really brought back the tradition and been so much more competitive now that Michigan's also getting some wins.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver shows motion. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Makes his connection. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Last time these two met, Ohio State didn't just fight that team across the field. They pretty much knocked them out, stomping Michigan.
Yeah, it was a heavyweight knockout, too. They were throwing haymakers right from the opening bell. We know that Ohio State recruits at such a high caliber, and they're consistently pumping guys into the NFL. First-round talent as well. Last year's game, all of their best players, they showed up big.
And Michigan had no answer, and now...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Boots his first of the day away. Was called on 4 times in the victory last week. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Wolverines offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. And I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. They'll go to the toss. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Slams it ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Never in doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Reading the option, it's Nolan. And he probably should have left that one with the back as he is just smashed in the backfield.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. And the Buckeyes will punt this one away. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Looking for a block. It's Moore. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. Trying to get the corner. Nice move to pick up yardage.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll run the toss. Across the 25, he's got room. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stopped for no gain and will be stopped for the end of the 1st quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Got his man in the middle. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Offense getting set for first down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Give to the back. Oh, what a move. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and then bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
They want to get this defense on its heels. Back to pass, it's Nolan. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. Flying down the right side. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive.
Oh, look out. There he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. The pitch to the left. At the 20, he's got space. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And that's why it's hard to run down by the goal line. The defense just has so many bodies crowded into the line of scrimmage. Offense couldn't get it done that time.
Nowhere to run on that when he loses 4 on the carry.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take...
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Yeah, and it's money time. It's 3rd and goal. You got the option. You can run the football, still be balanced. Use the big fella, the tight end. I love it down here because he can act like he's blocking, slip out, and get open. And then he's got that big body. You just throw it to him, and he does the rest.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by 10 to Tennessee. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries with great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Try to get it to the edge. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. The fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, whether it's in the shoe or the big house, when you have these 2 programs with all that's at stake today, you know emotions run high in a game known simply as the game. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Ohio State plays out.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got him this time. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Hands it off. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And I know it's not sexy, but those little runs just keep you on your heels, keep the sticks moving, making you understand, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be patient. A lot of offenses aren't patient. They get too big play happy and want to force the ball down the field. This offense is staying nice and patient right now.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Fires to the tight end. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. He's looking to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And a lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies into the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speeds.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. They built a comfortable lead, and Michigan is firmly in control.
Hail to the victors has been playing. This team has handled the moment, handled the game, as well as any Michigan team we've seen. They know every year this will be a fight. but Michigan has brought it, and Ohio State hasn't responded.
And I think Michigan has just done a better job executing here in the second half. I've loved the way they've mixed in the run with the pass offensively. Defensively, they're doing a great job communicating. They're just the more locked-in team here late in the game.
And the extra point was good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
The tight end gets the handoff on 3rd and short. You don't see that every day. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Buckeyes decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They'll try to get outside. Still running at the 40. Running toward the tape. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. The Wolverines building their entire attack around this guy. Remember Denard Robinson, the great running quarterback? He owns 6 of the top 10 single-game all-purpose yards in Michigan history. One of them might be going down soon.
In Michigan's history, obviously, is usually running the football, but you've seen a little diversity in their offense in recent years, and you can see when you got a guy that can do this and do this and do that, you want to give him the ball multiple ways and let him really hurt a defense.
Touchdown, Wolverines! And the punishment has been extended.
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Georgia is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These dogs have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Georgia Tech. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Caught over the middle. It's Tate. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man on the outside.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
They want to just keep throwing it. And then pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going to take off. And he is corralled short of the line to gain.
At the 39-yard line. Coming up, 4th down.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are in the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Toss to the outside. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the 1st down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try to get the edge on the left. Relying on that running game as they threaten a pickup of 4 down to the 13. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Toss sweep to the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, looking to pass. Working that left side now. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there. A similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. A pretty short drive there, covering 38 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on it.
Oh, the ball's on the ground. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return.
And how about being a defense trying to catch that guy who scrambles and make things happen? Think about it. He scrambles outside the pocket, and I'm trying to chase, but I still got to cover guys behind me. He makes the big plays. Now I get to come up and keep chasing, keep pursuing, and try to put a lick on the QB. I understand he's a quarterback. He will cough it up. Great job by the defense putting a lick, causing the fumble.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll try the toss to the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Bringing it back, it's more. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, baby.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
He fires one deep over the middle. And it's caught inside the 30. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Offense gets set for second down. Quarterback checking off. On second down, he'll fire. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we had just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Nolan. Gets it out quickly. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. The Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down.
35 in punt formation to kick it away.
They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.